Hello folks, Tim with SGI Property Management. Continuing on with our frequently asked questions series, and this question is one that we commonly get from new property owners, and it's a very valid question. The question is, when do I get paid? So I'm a property owner and the tenant pays rent, and when does that money make its way to me? So great question, because the monthly cash flow is an important component of that, especially when you consider HOA dues or mortgages or any other expenses that you got associated with the property. So that's it's a great question, and it's a little bit tougher question to answer. Our immediate answer, our one-word answer to that is promptly. We get that money, the rent funds, to you promptly. So our goal is to get those funds to you by the 15th of the month. And that's the expectation that we create, and 95% of the time those funds get to you sooner than that. And the reason for the ambiguity here, and we of course don't like to give ambiguous answers as much as you don't want to receive them, but it's situational in that residents, while the host of our residents, the majority of our residents pay online via ACH processing, so a direct deposit, so to speak. We have a few that they like to pay in other methods. They like to pay via a money order or a personal check, those kind of things. Those things take a little bit longer to clear and to verify that the funds are actually good than a direct deposit. A direct deposit takes a few days as well. They initiate the transfer on the first of the month, let's say, when rent is due. And of course, there's banking holidays and weekends that can play into that, but the first of the month is on a Monday. Those funds aren't going to settle and be confirmed as good into our trust account until about Wednesday. So we of course want to confirm that those funds are good before we pass them along to you, because if there is an insufficient funds notice or something like that that is triggered on our end, that the resident's funds or transfer wasn't good, then we don't want to give you funds that actually aren't available. So we do what's prudent. We receive those funds, process them as quickly as possible via the ACH method, and then the majority of our owners as well choose to receive their funds via ACH direct deposit as well. So that's how we return the funds to the property owner, is via direct deposit. So the resident pays on Monday. Usually at about Wednesday afternoon, we get the confirmation that those funds are good. We then turn around and process those funds and send them to the property owner. Those funds probably won't settle into the property owner's account until perhaps late Friday or early Monday of the following week. So there are delays there just because of banking, but that's how the payment methods work. That's the long answer, unfortunately, to the question of when do I get paid. And we do have those convenient payment options that are available, which are money order. They can pay via a method of payment that we have called pay lease, which they can pay cash as well, which we get those funds more immediate, or they can do the ACH online portal method as well. So we have those payment options just because they're of course more convenient, and so we want to reduce the number of obstacles that tenants have when paying rent. But they're also less susceptible to fraud and fraudulent issues. So drop boxes or checks lost in the mail, things like that. We want to reduce all of that because of course we don't want bounced payments, we don't want bad checks, and we don't want funds to be stolen out of a mailbox or get lost in the mail somewhere. So we take all the precautions that we can to get those funds to you immediately and as quickly as possible, of course given the circumstances. So that's typically how the payment method works for a resident that pays on the first of the month, which the majority of our residents do. And that's the answer to that question. So we appreciate the questions. If you got some more questions or want to find out more information, online at sgipropertymanagement.com, or feel free to give us a call and ask us about your specific circumstance, and we can be reached at 877-208-8776. Thanks.